With the change of power in Denmark, Mary, the new queen, will have a new salary and an impressive collection of jewelry. Queen Margaret II of Denmark has announced that she will abdicate in favor of her firstborn son, King Frederick X. In the new organizational structure of the Danish house, Mary Donaldson will become queen consort, receive a new title, salary, and receive important royal jewels. While some suggest that they knew, before anyone else and apparently without commenting publicly, about Queen Margaret's interest in abdicating, the truth is, it is not a frequent occurrence in the Danish dynasty. The last Danish monarch to abdicate was King Christian II in 1523. Margaret has expressed her desire to remain on the throne, and the change is less than 10 days away. Of course, Margaret had always been a visionary, and while some of her decisions proved controversial and ultimately destroyed her family core, such as when she announced that half of her grandchildren would lose their royal titles, at this point they took on a meaning, to pave the way for a new era. As historian Lars Hobback Sorensen well pointed out in an interview with the Extra Bladet website, many of the details of the ceremony will be worked out for this special occasion, and gradually we will learn about new changes and implications. Born Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, she will become Queen Mary, Denmark's next sovereign consort, and will receive a pay raise that is included in the general budgets. Monarchs must use the money allocated to pay for staff, maintenance, property, and their own security. Last year, then Prince Frederick received €239,000 a month, almost €3 million a year, while Mary received 10% of what her husband, €23,000 a month, less than €3,000 a year. Now, according to the calculations of her role as queen, Mary's salary would triple. This would mean she would earn €69,000 a month, over €800,000 a year. What is not predicted to change at the moment is the location of her residence. And the fact is that traditionally the kings of Denmark live in the Christian IX pavilion of Amalienborg Palace, but Queen Margaret currently resides there, and will continue to do so. While Frederick, Mary, and their children live in Frederick VIII's palace. Her house is part of a complex of 4 mansions, both of which form the official residence of the royal family in Copenhagen. What kind of jewelry will Mary have at her disposal as Queen of Denmark? Currently, Mary of Denmark's jewelry collection consists of gifts made to her by her husband, some pieces given to her during official trips, but once she becomes queen, she will be able to dispose of the royal jewelry box. And Queen Margaret of Denmark's jewelry box consists of items of impressive design, amazing historical value and incredible value, including tiaras, necklaces, brooches, rings and jewelry, among which stand out. Tiara Rosenborg. This tiara can only be worn by the Queen and cannot leave Denmark. It is made of gold and silver and decorated with emeralds. Tiara Pearl Puer. It is said to be her favorite pearl. The pearls dangling from it reminds us of the love knot tiara. This is one of the tiaras that the sovereign wore most often in her mantle. Tiara de Amapolas, Golden Poppies Tiara. It was made by artist R.E.A. Grigst in 1976. It is made of gold and consists of flowers that spread through the hair, making it look like a garden. It was a special design for Marguerite, a lover of gardens and art. The brooch is in the shape of a daisy. This is undoubtedly a piece of great sentimental value to Marguerite, so valuable that she wore it during her New Year's Eve speech in which she announced that she would abdicate. A set of sapphires. This is a special piece of jewelry because she belonged to the Romanov dynasty in Russia. It is an impressive set of sapphires inherited by the Queen.